Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
A father of 4 killed in a hit and run.
And my message to anybody that makes a mistake and hit something in the road, you don't just keep going. You stop and make sure that it's not a human being.
Tonight, his family calling for charges after the suspect in the case turns herself in.
A train was bearing down on an unsuspecting driver stuck on the tracks when a Good Samaritan sprang into action.
I started screaming at her that there was a train coming, and she had no idea.
All Patty James wanted to do last night was take her daughter's car to the gas station to fill it up for her.
As she was driving along Griswold near Range, she crossed the train tracks and happened to see a car on the tracks. That's where Amara McDonald is tonight in Port Huron.
Devin, Kimberly, so everybody has a better understanding of what the circumstances are out here. Eric, why don't we kill the light and show everybody? Do you see how dark it is out here? This absolutely played a part in what happened at this time last night.
And I seen a car down the tracks, and I said, was that a car? She said, I don't know, maybe there's a road or something, or maybe they thought it was a road. So I turned around, and as soon as I turned around, I seen the train light, and we just all started screaming, there's a train!
There sure was. Patty had to know whether there was anybody in that car, so she stopped and ran through the gravel, up the embankment, and opened the door. Inside, a woman who thought she was stuck in a ditch, not on the tracks.
I started screaming at her that there was a train coming, and she had no idea. She got out of the car and she said, what do I do? And I said, come on, let's go.
Seconds later, this is what was left of that woman's Chevy Cruze. She was that close to being crushed.
That's why she called me today. She was crying. She said, I literally did not know there was a train coming. She was looking at her phone, and he didn't see her car because her lights were off. So when he did see it, it was right there, and he was hauling.
Back here live, I had a chance to talk to the woman that Patty saved today. We had a nice talk, and she explained to me what happened. So she's been having problems with her accelerator. It stuck. She lost control of the car, spun out essentially onto these tracks. She didn't know where she was. And it is dark out there and you can't really see. She thought she was just sort of, lopsided on a ditch until Patty came, running up to the car and tried to jerk open the door. She calls Patty her angel. Kimberly, Devin, back to you.
All right, Mara. We are following some breaking news just in from Detroit's west side where police have a home surrounded.
And inside is a man armed with a gun. Tim Pamplin on the scene with the night cam. Tim.
This barricaded gunman situation playing out on Plainview, south of Capitol. That's Evergreen, I-96, west side of Detroit. Take a look at this video. This is the barricaded gunman just came out on his porch a few moments ago. Detroit police tased him twice. Both tasers hit him. He seemed to shrug them off and then went back into the home. The SWAT team have arrived on the scene, taking up their positions here. The little Bearcat heading down there right now. Here's Deputy Chief Franklin Hayes with a message for the neighbors.
Those that are here in their homes in this area, we ask that you shelter in place. If you have a loved one, call them, check on them, text them, social media, whatever that looks like. But again, please avoid this area if at all possible.
Police have got the home surrounded. They say the situation is contained. That is the scene on the west side with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
All right, Tim, we'll stay on it. Meanwhile, as you can see from the video and from our Skycam picture here, another chilly, damp night across Detroit.
Let's check in with forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams with just how low temperatures will get overnight, Kim.
Well, temperatures aren't going to fall a whole lot. They'll go down into the upper 30s, but it'll be cold enough to where in the upper levels we'll start to get some snow mixing in with the rain around 2 or 3 o'clock this morning. Right now, it's just rain, light rain in a few areas of Metro Detroit. You saw Mara and Port Huron have a few showers. Let's zoom in a bit closer here, right along I-96 going through Howell, also Heartland, Milford, and Green Oak seeing a few showers tonight. 40 right now in Pontiac, also at Metro Airport. If you've been outside and you say, gee, it doesn't feel like it's 40. Well, that's because we've had wind gusts as high as 35 miles per hour today, which means we have a wind chill to talk about. It feels like it's in the low 30s right now. 33 at Metro, the current wind chill in Ann Arbor, Pontiac, 32 degrees, and also in Howell. As you send the kids to the bus stop tomorrow, there could be a little light rain and maybe a couple snowflakes mixed in with temperatures in the upper 30s. Keep in mind, though, we still have those wind chills in the low 30s, and by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, all that will change over to light rain. But there is a light at the end of this tunnel, and it's a nice one for the weekend. We'll talk about it in a few minutes.
The family of a father of 4 speaking out tonight just days after he was hit and killed on 12 Mile and Farmington Hills. Timothy Evans died Friday night with a suspected driver later turning herself in the following day. Pamela Osborne talked with his family and has their plea for justice.
Timothy had really big dreams. Next to his family, music was his greatest passion. Take a look. This is a song that he made with his group, the Heartbreak Kids. His family now heartbroken knowing that someone hit him and left him to die.
This young man, my brother, was a great person. And you know, I love him. And I would do anything for him. I wish I could bring him back. But we can't.
Timothy Evans Jr. was Judy's baby, the youngest of 4, her only son.
He was my pride and joy. He was everything.
He was the best brother a sister could have.
The 33-year-old father of 4 was out with friends Friday night in Farmington Hills. His girlfriend, Stephanie Bicknell, sensed something was wrong that night.
And then when I woke up in the morning and he still wasn't there, I definitely knew something was wrong.
What they didn't know at the time was that Timothy was already gone. A driver called 911 Saturday morning after noticing a person lying in the grass off 12 Mile Road near Balmoral Way. What they learned next is what hurts the most.
If she had just stopped, would he still be alive today?
The driver, who police say left the road and hit Timothy in the shoulder, never even stopped.
We had a ton of plans for our future, and this wasn't one of them.
Bicknell says Timothy was the best dad, not just to their 1- and 3-year-olds, but to her older children as well. She's still trying to figure out how she's going to carry on without him. The first step in that process, laying him to rest, which they can't do on their own.
Pride tells me that I shouldn't open up my home and tell everybody that I'm unable to just handle his funeral expenses and burial and those things. But love tells me that I absolutely should do that because I know he would do it for me.
And if you are interested in helping the family, we did post information to that GoFundMe account on our website, clickondetroit.com. As for this investigation and this driver, charges have not yet been filed or may not even be filed. That is going to be determined by the results of the investigation once this case gets handed over to the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office. But that family, of course, hoping to see some sort of accountability in the form of charges in this case. Reporting live tonight, I'm Pamela Osborne, Local 4.
So heartbreaking, leaving those 4 young children without a father. Pam, thanks. Tonight, an investigation is underway after deadly stabbing inside the Macomb County Correctional Facility. We're told a prisoner stabbed another inmate this morning while returning from breakfast. When staff went to the attacker's cell, they found a cellmate with severe injuries. He later died. The attacker is being transferred to a higher custody facility. The other prisoner injured was treated at the hospital and returned to prison. New tonight, the IRS is taking action to fight inflation, and it could impact millions of Americans' paychecks next year.
Because of soaring prices, the IRS is making adjustments to the tax code for tax returns filed in 2024. The size of the standard deduction will jump 7% next year to $27,700. The IRS is also boosting tax brackets by about 7% for each type of tax filer. We've got a full breakdown of all the changes at clickondetroit.com.
A judge rules to not limit which Oxford school shooting victims can receive information during the case for the accused shooter's parents.
James and Jennifer Crumbly had filed a motion to restrict who could receive updates about court proceedings. This comes as updates have been sent to more than 1,800 Oxford parents and students. The defense hoped that the judge would limit sharing to only the families whose children died in the shooting, those 4 families. The court agreed with the prosecution that there are more than 4 victims in this case. The judge cautioned the prosecutor's office, though, to be more careful with information.
A Detroit man is accused of beating his roommate to death and leaving his body for police to find days later. Police responded to a home on Fairview Street on Detroit's east side. This was around 1:40 in the afternoon on October 10th. When officers arrived, they found the body of John Bauble lying inside the home, dead from blunt force trauma. Corey Canty was taken into custody, and he's now charged with premeditated murder.
Decision 2022, the state is seeing a huge turnout of absentee voters already. So far, the state reporting more than 400,000 absentee ballots have been turned in. That's with 3 weeks to go. A total of 1.7 million have been sent out. State estimates about half of all ballots this year will be absentee. Half. We're now 3 weeks away from November 8th, Election Day 2022.